Hello, good day. How you doing? Let's see what's going on here. We're gonna pull some cards. Okay. I go by Melinda Nail Fanatic. I'm coming to you live from Las Vegas. I do what I do because life can be a challenge, but through the challenges, I've learned so much about the laws of the universe, the way things work, the way the energy flows, and I decided that I wanted to share it. I'm a big mouth when it comes to good stuff. And so I use this channel to share everything I've gathered during my life's journey. And I also happen to be an open channel for source energy to communicate. So putting all those things in combination and end up saying the things that need to be heard. I speak in everyday language, okay? Not trying to impress anybody. I don't have any certifications of paper on my wall, but I am spiritually certified, okay, and spiritually trained. I didn't go to a class to learn any of this. I went to Earth School. I went to Earth. I came to this life. That's how I learned. So finding my empowerment has been so significant for me, and it's been one heck of a journey. So I decided that it mattered enough to me to share what I had gathered with others because, hey, if it worked for me, guess what? It might work for you. Of course, that's your decision, right? You always have power in this. And I will always invite you to bring your intuition to the party and hold space for you to not need that invitation at some point. You should always be bringing your intuition to everything that you get involved in. So for more information about me, look below the video. I've been shuffling here the Sacred Traveler Oracle. We're going to pull 7 cards and see what's going on with you from the Sacred Traveler Oracle. You have transformation coming out in your past energy there. So you've been through a major transformation. Okay. I heard transformation complete. I did hear that. Transformation complete. So you've went through the bulk of it. You went through most of it. Okay. I heard the rest of just letting all the pieces fall into place. I did hear that. Letting the pieces fall into place now is important. Okay. And then in your current energy, you're showing up with finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. So important. So important because that's where the constant refreshment and rejuvenation comes. Okay. That's where that's where the highest part of you actually is. This is where the true part of you actually is. The physical vessel, the body, is just a focal point of the energy that you truly be. So you're spending with this finding sanctuary card. Some of you spending time doing a lot more meditation than you have in the past, or focus on your spiritual pursuit. For me, I kind of I shifted my focus for years into my spirituality. It was years, honestly. It really was. And I focused into my spirituality because it was the most important thing to me. And I knew that if I could get that right, if I could get my inner source aligned, then everything in the physical world would align. So some of you are there right now, but that came after some healing already happened. Like this transformation came from some healing. So you could be delving deeper. Maybe you've already been focused on your spirituality, but at this point you're even delving deeper. Like, why stop there? I mean, if we already went to those depths, how much deeper does this go? What else is in that rabbit hole? Okay. So, but so you could be spending a lot of time in solitude right now after gone through a transformation. Like after major change, sometimes you withdraw, sometimes you withdraw after some major change. And so let's see, in your hidden blessing, what's the energy? In your hidden blessing, it says, uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. That is completely harmonized with what we just said about like what else is down this rabbit hole. Like if you already found so much treasure by digging in, delving into you, into your spirit, into your own energy, what else is there? Well, guess what? There's always more there. There's always more there. And I see that you have learned the value of delving into your spirit, delving into your source, delving into your authenticity. I heard. Okay. Yeah. Delving into your authenticity, uncovering the true treasure that you be, that exists inside of you. I heard you knew that everything you needed came with you to this planet. So you went on a hunt. I heard you went on a hunt. Why did I just hear witch hunt though? Okay. Somebody here, you have a strong belief that you were killed during the witch hunt. I hear that. Okay. During a witch hunt in a past life. If that's you, you're definitely going to find some messages here coming through. Let me see. What's the challenge at this point in time? And discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Okay. So it's like, I heard your own perceptions can easily get in the way. I heard, and then the ego also has something at play because the ego tries to protect you from the intellectual mind. Remember that the ego is giving you known data from physical experiences during this lifetime. And that's all it can give you. And your soul is giving you data that's not understood by the physical brain. So the physical brain goes into cannot compute. So your brain could be going through some overwhelming right now as you discover your spiritual truth. Like, it doesn't make sense that you could just sit in solitude and attract all these amazing experiences. It doesn't make sense to the physical brain when you first hear that. And you might not believe it, okay? Also, there's other things about you. Maybe your brain has had a hard time wrapping itself around the idea that you could self-heal or heal others, that you have healing power in your hands, okay? There's something here that is seeming like it's a little bit overwhelming to the brain, is the way I'm getting it with the discovering truth. The brain cannot compute what the spirit has communicated and what the spirit knows and what the spirit shows, okay? So let's see, in your environment, who or what do you have in your environment? Let's see, what do we have? Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. Oh, is there somebody around you that knows these laws, that just trusts in the universe? Okay. I hear that, yeah, and what I see is that you know that the universe is communicating to you, okay? Some of you are starting to venture into astrology and your birth chart. That's a beautiful exploration to undertake. Yeah, you're starting to, because you started to hear all these different ones talking about moon signs, rising signs, north nodes. Maybe you finally discovered the north node. Maybe you finally discovered what the rising sign means, stuff like that. So I definitely see some of you delving into your astrology. I also see that some of you have a person around you who really does follow a spiritual leading in their life. And I heard it's a shining example. I heard even the word beaming. It's a beaming example of what you're looking to do for yourself. Like, this is something you admire. And it's giving you like more ambition. I hear more ambition as you see that it's possible, as you see that somebody else has accomplished this journey. It's like a beacon, a shining beacon of light, of hope, of knowing that this stuff really works. Wow, look at what they're doing for this self. And this is how they're doing it. And I'm doing the same thing. Okay. So I also hear there's a little bit of understanding that this person has been on this journey for some time, and so this person has had a very solitary journey. So maybe you're saying, well, you know what, maybe I could use some time alone too. And so you're looking for that peace in your alone time, as you have somebody in your example that has shown like that really works. I heard it works miracles and wonders. Okay, let's see what's in the guidance position for you in this. Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Anywhere where you've got an example here of somebody who is a very strong person, who is very independent. I hear fiercely independent, okay, that thrives in their solitude. This person is showing up as a huge example for you, okay, and it's excuse me, motivating you to step into power. Some of you have come up on some information. Some of you have come up on some information, and that information, again, this is information here, right? Guiding you to step into your power as you're making sense of those things on your birth chart. Like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense why I have this desire. That makes so much sense why my life has been this way. It makes sense why I move this way and not that way, okay? And I'm hearing also that you've really discovered some things that contrast greatly with, so that you discover some points about yourself, like maybe some, for example, I'm a Taurus, right? And some people like, So people are like, Taurus is stubborn. And in my back of my head, before I understood my birth chart more, I would say to myself in my head, I didn't argue the point with them, but I would say to myself in my head, yeah, but show me something that's better than what I know and watch how quickly I'll change. I'll show you how stubborn I can be, right? It's like, so that stubbornness doesn't indicate quick changes, but I knew that I could change quickly as long as it made more sense than what I thought I knew before, right? And so in this, it's like understanding how you work versus what I heard versus what others think about how you work or what you've heard about how you're supposed to work. All my life I heard Taurus is stubborn, right? And there's some valid points to that. It's fixed earth energy. Fixed earth energy is the strongest solidification. It's the most stable energy. So changing it does take great force, great energy to change that. And so in this, there's this realization about how you're strong, but there's also this big stepping into power, because where it makes more sense to change, where what you learn makes more sense than what you thought you knew, like, baby, you're in your power because you're going through it. You're like, okay, I'm on my way. Show me something better. Show me a better way, okay? And that's what you're finding. You're finding a better way, okay? And you're stepping into your power as a result of not running from it, but you're like, oh, okay, well, what else is here? You're investigating it. You're on your way, you know. You're finding it's I hear it's lighting you up. It's giving you more. I'm hearing the word impetus, ambition, motivation, desire. It's putting a pep in your step. It's making you move, baby. I like it. It looks good. Where's this all taking you? To faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. I hear you're going to go and see and do things that you didn't even know was necessarily possible for you. Yeah, you're stepping into power. And this is going to take you far. This is going to take you to places that is beyond what you saw for yourself. This is beautiful. Let me see what's at the bottom of this Sacred Traveler Oracle as the foundation for our reading. Traveling lightly, simplify your life. I heard getting back to the basics. I hear you've been getting back to the basics. You've been getting back to the basics in what really matters, you know, what really matters to you, which is, let me know that, like, this person is walking away from the garbage can, and with the simplify your life, it indicates that they've thrown some things away. And so what I'm hearing is, yeah, you had to let go of certain ideas, certain beliefs, even in some cases, certain people, right? Who were like holding on to garbage, you know, not to speak on them, but, you know, that's the energy. That is the energy. In other words, you're holding on to, maybe you were holding on to naysayers. You were holding on to haters. You were holding on to dream killers. You were holding on to enemies, you know. And so many people who have this great power and light inside of them tend to get caught up holding on to enemies. And a lot of times that light is stifled because you're holding on to ideas that are counterproductive to the power that's within. Well, in this energy, I see you releasing your power, baby. You're stepping into your power. You're coming full on into your power. Let's see what's at the bottom of the tarot. I've chosen the the Garbage Pail Kids, the Garbage Pail Kids for the tarot, and we have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So is there Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in your birth chart that you've realized has been a big factor in your behavior? Or is there one in your experience? Or is this just about your psychic receptivity, being more receptive to things that are beyond the vision of the physical eye? Yeah, being more receptive to spirituality, being more receptive to what your spirit says, okay, and what your emotions are telling you. Understanding the emotions, okay? Understanding what the good feeling means and what the bad feeling means, and getting in tune with what your spirit is saying, what your intuition is guiding. Learning to be more loving and nurturing. I heard to others it was always easy, but it was a big change when you had to figure out how to do that for yourself. To be more loving and nurturing to the self is a big step, okay? It's one that you've taken bravely, I hear. So let's look with the transformation from the tarot. What do we have with that transformation in your past? You have the Chariot, Cancer energy in your past. Okay, this Chariot talks about overcoming challenges and obstacles. Now you're on a winning path. It talks about getting all your I heard all your ducks in a row and getting them walking in the same direction. In other words, mind, body, and soul alignment. Okay, instead of working against yourself, you're working in harmony with yourself. Okay, allowing your intuition to communicate, receiving the message, and using that to guide your actions, because the Chariot card also talks about movement and taking action. Physical action had become necessary in order to up level your life, in order to upgrade your energy, in order to upgrade, I heard, your standard of living and your standard of companionship. I hear that as well. I see somebody in the past who had a relationship that was, it started with the bang and it ended with the bang. Okay, it was like a match type of relationship. You know how you light a match and the thing can only burn for so long before it's burning your fingers off. You got to drop it and let it go. Yeah, it was like that. It was hot, it was fast, but it didn't last. Okay, somebody here was on a different, maybe they were not a settling type. Okay, you had somebody in your life who was not a settling down type. They were here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, past, I feel like anywhere where you were entertaining connections like that, what I'm seeing is that you move beyond it. You're like, this is not satisfying to me anymore. Maybe you were the one that liked to have one night stands in the past, or short-lived flings, and that just got monotonous. It got old. Okay, and some of you kept running. I also see this where you kept running from change. You kept running from the spirit. You kept running from your spiritual transformation in the past. But you could only run so far. And then you kept finding yourself where you are. And then, yeah, you kept getting confronted with like, something's got to give. Something's got to change. I've got to change. I've got to transform. Something's got to change in my life. I don't like how I keep ending up right here where I was. Let's go ahead and these clarifying handmade tarot is completely ready. Let's cut those and bring them back together and see what's coming out with that Chariot. Okay, with the Chariot, what do we have? The Death card. Yeah, there it is. The Chariot. The Seven of Swords. Okay, and the Ten of Pentacles. So in this energy here, yeah, it was, you couldn't run no more. You couldn't run from yourself no more. You couldn't entertain a hit it and quit it type of relationship no more. That came to an end. Okay, you were deceiving yourself. I heard you figured out where you're deceiving yourself about that being your happiness. Like for a long time, it might have worked. Okay, but it stopped working. Like having that quick match type of relationship could have worked for a period of time, right? But it stopped working. Now, the other thing here is the movement that you're taking, I see, is a part of the divine plan to take you up to a fulfilling, whole, complete, satisfying experience to help you find wholeness. So I see this transformation in your past as once like you completed a cycle, you completed a soul contract. For some of you, it's a soul contract, this connection that you are in, or that you should go through these types of experiences with different ones, right? You completed it. Your time is up. I heard your time is up. There was a period of time that you were to live that way, be that way, and that time was up. Now with the finding sanctuary, what do we have? The Six of Cups. Okay, a return to pleasure. Okay, I heard a return to simplicity as well. Soulmate connections. Okay, some of you are finding that there's a soulmate connection happening here. It doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It could, but it does not have to. So if you're having a very strong connection to a friend or a family member or somebody right now that's really just speaking to your soul, this is perfect. Some of you are coming up to that spiritual running buddy. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody who's headed in the same direction as you. Okay. And I also see in this energy, that's not for everybody, but for what nothing in some of this is for everybody. But most of you are going to find that there's a few different experiences here. Now, for others of you, and the Six of Cups is saying that while you're opening to your spiritual source, it's taking you down this path of revisiting the past. And while you're revisiting the past, what you're figuring out is how all those things that you had to let go of, all those things where you were learning about yourself, revealing to yourself, learning about where you had lied to yourself, entertaining things that didn't change. It's like you're realizing where the benefit was in that. You're realizing how they transformed you, how they changed you, how they helped you up level. Yeah, we have the Eight of Wands, okay? We have Justice. We also have the Four of Pentacles, okay? And we have the Nine of Pentacles. I love, because what this is saying is you gave your energy to a lot of different things, but those things came to an end and you had to pull your energy back. In pulling your energy back, it's like you were feeding pure positive energy that was creating growth externally for others, okay? But it wasn't balanced. Something was off there, okay? It wasn't feeding you the way you were feeding it. In this experience, what I'm seeing happening now is you're returning back to your source, which is you. So now you're feeding that energy into yourself. I see somebody who understands that energy flows from your hands. So you create the ball of energy. You create the ball of energy and you pour it back into your own heart. I see you pouring it into your own heart with that Four of Pentacles, okay? And it's interesting because I'm hearing this is connecting you to the spirit realm, ninth chakra energy, okay, on the table. This is connecting you to your abundance, to your prosperity. It's giving you gains. Some of you are so busy out there trying to communicate with the world, get outside in the world to make things happen in regards to maybe your business or whatever, trying to find a relationship outside. What happened was when you stayed home, and you started focusing your energy inwards into what you needed at the time, whether it was rest or just to relax, or maybe it was to clean up your space, okay? Spend that time in meditation. Make sure you get your own needs taken care of. What happened was that increase started coming. Less physical effort, more spiritual effort, okay? 99% spiritual effort equals 1% inspired action equals success, baby. Yeah. Somebody here, you needed that recipe. You needed to understand that. Because the world has taught you outside. The world has taught you go outside, go make it happen physically. Okay, but with this reading, what I'm saying is this is someone who is understanding that it happens internally, that the outside world is going to reflect what's going on inside. So you're checking the inside, okay, taking care of what's going on inside. Yeah. And that also reflects back to what I was saying earlier, about when I got in this spiritual journey. Like I became all obsessed, all consumed with the spiritual journey, to where I wasn't out there talking about business for a while. And yeah, I'm still in business and my business is still thriving, but it definitely got another boost once I felt spiritually connected and then started redirecting my focus with those spiritual tools into my prosperity and abundance and success for my business. Then business got better. I started attracting more clients and it became easier to pay the bills. And I started attracting more love from more people around me. So it's interesting. There's this understanding here, like you can pour the energy outside all you want to. And sometimes that does get you where you want to go. But it takes a lot more effort, okay? A lot longer, a lot more consistency, where it's like you found a sacred shortcut. They said, write that down. Hold on, let me get my notebook. Because I heard, write that down. You found a sacred shortcut, honey. There's a sacred shortcut that you've tapped into here. The sacred shortcut is to feed it into yourself. Yeah, feed it into yourself. And from there, everything else grows, okay? It flourishes from there. So the sacred shortcut, yeah, that could end up being the title of this reading. In your hidden blessing, uncovering treasure. Yeah, as you realize that God and the universe is creating all things through you, and then you feed you, boom, more comes out. Yeah, And that's coming out with the Knight of Cups. This is spiritually guided. You're spiritually guided to do that. It's like as you love on you, the energy also externally will love on you. Because where is your point of focus? On loving in you. And I'm not talking about just like pampering at spas or at the stores and stuff like that. No, I'm talking about a true connection to the value of what you are, to your authentic. Woo! These allergies are on fire this morning. To your authenticity. Yeah, a connection to your authenticity, to your true essence, to your true power. Okay, yeah. The Tower, the Sun, the World. Look at that. And the Six of Swords. Honey, life put you in this position so you could connect with the ease of life. The realization came in with the Tower moment, and it changed the way you saw things. It changed the way you interact in life. It changed your responses, your reactions, your actions, your behaviors. It changed so much because you realize like there's a way more effective way to accomplish this. There's a way more beneficial way to get that desired outcome. This is where you have that Tower moment of realization, like, oh man, I've been going about this the most difficult way possible. Let me switch it up. As you switch it up, whoo, the energy responds and you start to find ease. You start to find less restriction, less combat, less cross-current energy. Everything seems more aligned. Yeah. And spirit guided you and still guides you during this path, onto this path, in this path. Yes. And it starts to create so much change in your physical experience, changes you couldn't really see coming. As you discover truth in yourself, you start to become a whole different person. You move differently. Things that used to stress you out don't anymore. Things that used to upset you just can't get to you no more. You move differently. You move in more peace, okay? You move in more grace, okay? You move in more grace. I love it. As you give grace to yourself, the universe responds. As you look on yourself with love, the universe responds. The people respond. The business responds. The money responds. Everything responds to you the way you are setting the energy towards you. So you're not looking at being incapable, unsuccessful, or unfulfilled. You're looking at where your fulfillment is. What successes do I have and what successes have I had? Okay. And you're looking like how you're the perfect piece of the puzzle, how you are perfectly imperfect in every bit of the way. Okay. And you're highlighting your empowered qualities, not in a way of arrogance and ego, not in a way for others to recognize it. You're highlighting it to yourself. That's the thing where people get caught up. Self-love is not about how others see you, people. More you, less than. More you, less than. This is all about how you see yourself, because you got all these people out here talking about, oh, it's a self-love day, and they're going to get their pampering, and they're going to go shopping, and they're going to go do all this physical stuff that has to do with external perceptions. What they're not doing is looking at their soul. What they're not doing is looking at their energy. What they're not doing is looking at their mind. This is real self-love. This is effective self-love. So the challenge is discovering truth. Again, like, oh man, I've been doing stuff the hard way. Okay, you stand in the light of truth. Okay, and this can make it difficult for you. As you embrace your truth, other people going to respond differently to you, because you're responding differently to them, and you're responding differently to you, most importantly. Okay, some people are going to be real turned off the more you get solidified in your truth. Just understand that. Let me see what's happening out there. The Hangman, yeah, a different perspective, honey. A different perspective. For some of you, you're realizing as you stand in this light of truth that you've held on to situations that have made you have to sacrifice so much. You had to sacrifice so much. Okay, you kept having different perspectives about people or situations or ideas that, that were so important to you that you held on to. They were core experiences, core memories, core people in your life. Realizing where you could be having a realization of what has been holding you up. What has it been that's kept your feet in the concrete, kept you in the same position? What's these ideas that have kept you at a standstill, in stagnancy, it could be hard to accept that sometimes, okay? But I see that you're doing it. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, knowing what you need to let go of in order to move forward, okay? In order to lighten your load. The High Priestess, yes, you know this. You're receiving it. You're seeing it spiritually. Your spiritual eyes are seeing it. That's in harmony with the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck here and the Traveling Lightly card. Your spirit has been showing you what you need to let go of. Some of you, to thrive in business, you're going to have to lose some friends and family. You know why? Because they always want a friends and family discount. Honey, if they're your friends and family, they're going to want a discount. They're going to want to pay full price and bring more people that are going to want to pay full price. Instead of saying, hey, can you hook up my cousin? Can you hook up my baby? Can you hook up my friend? No business thrives if you're busy giving out hookups everywhere. So in this energy, those types of people, you might lose them when you tell them, well, actually, no, I got to charge you full price. If you want it, you're going to get it full price. Like, that's how my business is going to survive and thrive. And those who love you will stay, but those who really want to see your success, those who are really on your side, they will be happy to pay full price. They're going to be happy to tip on top of it. But the problem is, so many people, you're realizing here that you've been holding on to discount people, and what they're actually discounting is your value, your self-worth, and they're getting you to discount it too by approving the discounts. Interesting concept there. And this is in love as well. Somebody here, they shortchange you in love. They shortchange you in love, whether it's romantic, familiar, or friendship wise. Somebody here, you was being shortchanged in love. You're realizing it, like, oh man, I'm way more serious, way more committed about this than they are. I've been giving too much. I've been sacrificing what I deserve to get some mediocre shit. That's what I heard. That's literally what I heard. Sacrificing what I'm worth to get some mediocre, okay? 9 of Swords, okay? Coming out with the Knight of Wands, okay? Doing it different could totally create some anxiety, some nervousness, okay? Because like I say, you don't know how folks is going to respond. And the idea of them not sticking around because you have changed, because you're not discounting yourself, your product, or your service no more. Oh my God. What happens if they leave? That type of vibe, okay? So it can make you very freaking nervous. This is why the challenge is there. When somebody here in business, I see you looking at the books and you're realizing where you have cut yourself short and why you've been having financial struggles, because you've been discounting your ass off, disvaluing yourself, disvaluing your service. When you set that price because you knew you were worth it, but you didn't believe in it. You didn't follow through with it, okay? You allowed others to convince you that you didn't deserve that. Maybe you were enabling their poverty. That is also here. So in your environment, navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. There's somebody here who shows up as an example of what bliss looks like, okay? Information. Maybe it's not a person that's showing up. Maybe it's information that you're gathering, right? Maybe you're starting to see the signs and synchronicities in your life that's going to make you happier. Let me see, coming out with that, we have the Hierophant. Yeah, there's a teacher here. There's a teacher here. For some of you, that teacher is right here. This message is the teacher. Okay, I am hearing that as well. Life lessons here. Somebody here is showing you from the way they've lived the life lessons. There's a teacher here. Somebody here, you're finding the right information in the right class. Strength. Okay, coming out with the 5 of Swords. Strength in the 5 of Swords is like, yeah, there's disagreements, and you know what? This is having the power to let go. This is having the power to let them freaking leave. Let them get mad because you told them it's full price for everybody. We don't discount nothing around here, okay? You ain't going to Walmart bargaining the price. You ain't going to Target bargaining the price. You're not going to Chipotle bargaining the price. Why are you coming here bargaining the price? So somebody here, this is what you could be getting an example of. Maybe you were in somebody's business. You didn't know why you were brought there. You were brought there late. You got there right before closing, just in time to hear this conversation. And that shit inspired the heck out of you, okay? Some of you, there's a person here who is committed to their path, okay? And they're so committed to their path that they don't care who don't see it, who don't agree with it. They don't care who's not with it. They focus on who's with it. They focus on their power, and they're willing to let go anything that would take that away. That's a motivation for you. Yeah, Page of Swords, you're learning from that. You are learning from this example. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, on how to get what you deserve and what you're worth. Yeah, you're also learning how to stop giving too much to things that are non-reciprocal. You're learning because you have an example here. You have a teacher showing up. Yeah, life lessons here. Learning about, maybe you're learning about how you invest financially. Maybe you're learning about how you invest your time. You could be realizing you gave too much time. Maybe you're giving too much value for what you're getting, or maybe you're asking price. Somebody here is learning to raise their price. Somebody here is learning to raise their value. Okay, we're not discounting our value, we're raising our value. And those who don't like it can go suck their big thumb, because they're big babies and it's not your problem to raise them unless you birth them. You don't need to raise them. Okay, yeah, somebody needed to hear that. All these people in the world are not your children. You have to take care of your children. And to do that, you need to be in your power. You need to be honoring your value and your worth. Because if you're not doing that, you're teaching your children not to honor their value and their worth, to put up with some mediocre shit, to give everything they have away to other people and then end up with nothing for themselves, to give away to those who aren't giving to them, to accept non-reciprocal relationships. Is that really what you want to be teaching your children? Is that the empowering journey that you had planned to show them? Okay, are you going to be satisfied watching your child do this? I heard. So for somebody, that's a big thing here. So it's giving you, I heard motivation and impetus. It's giving you desire to go ahead and follow through and do something that is uncomfortable, uncomfortable as heck to do. Excuse me. Okay, so guidance for you. Stepping into your power. You are strong beyond measure. You could be thinking to yourself, I don't know if I can do this. Well, Spirit is here saying, yes, you can. Yes, and we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Eight of Swords is letting me know that you are caught up in your head about stepping into your power, because you just don't know how this is going to go. So you're overthinking. Now, I'm also hearing overthinking is when your soul already knows what you need to do, but your ego is not in agreement. Why? Because the ego doesn't get what the spirit gets. The ego is only able to regurgitate the information from experiences, what it has taken in during this physical life. What your spirit is showing you is a whole new deal. There is no known information. So your brain, human brain, is going cuckoo, is going, cannot compute, no known information, no known factors. We don't know nothing about this. We ain't never seen this shit before. What the fuck are you talking about? We got to do what? We ain't never done that before. We don't know nobody that did that and it worked. But this is how everybody else does it. This is what everybody else says. What about everybody else's opinion? What about what everybody's told you? Okay, well, Spirit is taking you outside of the comfort zone for your human brain, because human brain does not have that manila folder with that title on it that's going to show you that experience. Let's see, why is this Eight of Swords here? 10 of Swords, the end, the final answer. Okay, Two of Wands about a decision. Okay, and the Five of Wands about challenges and conflicts and difficulties, and Nine of Wands becoming overbearing, becoming. So there's a final answer here about overwhelmment, about battles, about cross current energies, doing things that goes against your intuition, doing things that goes against yourself, and that's what you've been focused on. So in your brain, you made a decision. You have made a decision. You've decided to step into your power, but your brain is like not wanting to accept it. Why? Because your brain says that path causes a problem. Well, yeah. It's going to upset and it cause a problem with everybody who wants to get a freebie from your business, or everybody that wants to discount the value of your love. It's going to cause a problem for all that mediocre you've been entertaining in your life, whether it was romantically, friendship-wise, family-wise, or financially. All that mediocre is not going to like this change, because this is you stepping into your power. Oh, man, how you gonna go be all powerful and just leave me here, and you ain't gonna give me a discount, and you ain't gonna keep putting up with this breadcrumbing that I'm giving you in love and all that stuff? What you mean you gonna go ahead and be great, and then I just gotta sit here and eat off of my own plate? I can't eat off of your plate no more. No, you ain't eating off my plate no more. This is my plate. I got to eat. Hello, I got to eat. All right. Whew, where is this taking you? Far away places you ain't never been, okay? Horizons you ain't never seen before. New shit, page of cups that you want, okay? Something you've been wanting, the way you've been wanting to live, the things you've been wanting to see, things that delight you, joy. Yes, let me see. We have the Ace of Wands. I love it. We got the Ace of Wands coming out with the King of Cups. Hello. You're in your power, in your emotional mastery. I heard you move beyond emotional manipulation. Man, you know what the vibe I'm getting here is when I get somebody that call, they don't like my price. It's $100 an hour for services, okay? And I need $35 up front. The minute they start talking, well, it's because I don't have money because I had to pay this and I have that and I had one lady tell me, well, and this was over 25 fucking dollars, over $25. She really wanted a $25 discount. You know why? Because it was her daughter's birthday that month. Okay, ma'am, my price is this. So if you want my services, this is my price. So this is the vibe of somebody who gets caught up with that word. Well, maybe I'll never hear from her again. She won't call me no more. Well, that's good because now she'll leave room for the person that wants to pay my price. Hello, honey. And it's like you got a whole husband at home. You're talking about throwing a party. I'm sure you're going to spend a lot more than $25 on the fucking party. Is not going to make or break your daughter's party. If you want services with me, this is my price. This is that type of vibe. You're getting firm. And why? You're doing it from emotional mastery because you're not emotionally manipulated. The lady was trying to emotionally manipulate me with her financial situation and her life circumstances that ain't got shit to do with my price. None of that has to do with my price, but you got to be there. What's your price? What is it worth to you? What are you worth? What is your presence worth? What is your service worth? What is your product worth? It's not for them to decide. That's your decision. And it's up to you to stand firm for that. Because if you fall for that, honey, if you fall for these emotional manipulations, you're going to fall for everything. And this outcome energy, you are not. Hello, you are not. Four of Cups. Okay, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Know when to fold them on the devil. Hello, you know when to fold them on the devil, the Four of Cups. You're rejecting the devil. We getting out of them fears, baby. You are not holding me here over fear that you're not going to call me no more over 25 fucking dollars because you want to go spend it on your daughter's birthday party, baby. You got a whole husband working at home. You both work. You got a 2-parent family. I'm a single person with a single daughter, with a business and a home. And guess what? I got grandkids with birthdays too. No, you're not emotionally manipulating me. As a matter of fact, that makes me want to charge you more. Whew, Lord. Okay, so how does that apply towards relationships? Honey, you're going for new relationships because you're going for what you want, for what you're worth. Somebody better show up all the way ready to love, all the way love in action. If they're afraid of love, you ain't playing with them. I don't have, oh no, I can't do it. If they're coming up on talking about how you need to change, trying to control you, trying to say, oh, well, I don't like it when you do this. I don't like it. Okay, well, then you don't need to be here. You're not attaching yourself to anybody that's trying to manipulate you emotionally anymore. You're done being emotionally manipulated. Yeah, you have in the past got yourself caught up, held up in situations because you was always worried about how other people was going to respond, how they were going to feel. You was always falling for, well, it's because I need because. And guess what? What you start to realize was that shit never changed. Yeah, they said if I would have hold on to the lady who wanted a discount and make her come in for fear that, I might lose a client, it was going to always be the same. She was never going to want to pay my full price. She was never going to want to pay my full price. So go get you some discount ass nails because I don't know how to do that. I deserve every dollar that I get. And that's the thing. You know that you deserve everything that you're asking for. And if these people aren't showing up right, you don't have to receive that. You don't have to allow that. But nobody's going to do that for you. That's the step you got to take. And it's uncomfortable in the beginning. It's uncomfortable in the beginning to say, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Especially if you got these codependency and abandonment issues from the past, but I feel like you already let go of those. That's what that transformation was about to me. I feel like that was the biggest transformation, letting go of all that shit, okay? For some of you, this is about a family member that's coming in, trying to manipulate, trying to get you caught up and make you feel like you should be guilty. Well, you always gave me a discount. You always did what I wanted. I always had you stuck in a devil position, and now I don't know more. How dare you get out of my devilish scheme? They're going to be upset, not your problem. You're going to be in your power. Yeah, that's what I see. That's what I see clearly here. And Lord, y'all got me juiced up early in the morning. Let me see what the rune's going to add to this. Thank you. Thank you. The first thing on my eyes is you are divinely protected. We have terraces coming out here. Divine protection is on you, baby. Divine protection is on you. Yeah. You're realizing who is not a part of your future. You're realizing how somebody's energy could affect your future if you continue to hold on to them. If you continue to play games with them. You're realizing how your path is different because of all the times you did hold on to them, discount yourself, diminish your value to hold on to different ones. You're also realizing that did nothing for their future because it's still the same way. You could be here separating from a friendship, okay? You could be here realizing like that's not my friend. You're realizing who are friendlies and who are enemies. Realizing that, yeah. What's over here? Hagalaz. Whoo! Spirit was like, something's got to change here. Spirit was like, something's got to change because my beautiful tribe is over there thinking that their value is in doing for these leeches, okay? My tribe is over there thinking that their salvation, that their revelation, that their freedom, that their spiritual strength comes from giving all their spiritual strength and power away to these leeches. We're going to have to change some shit. Yeah, Hagalaz. And then the tower was there. The act of God came in. There was a divine intervention because you were on a path that was giving away your value to something or someone that wasn't appreciating it. Yes, absolutely. You had huge prosperity and abundance on your way. Spirit had to get in the way of those connections that will get in the way of your prosperity and your abundance. Yeah, you're doing things that are growing. You're reaping harvest. You're getting so much here with the English rune here on discovering truth, okay? All those were distractions. Spirit's like, we got to protect them. Get them out of the way. They're not part of the future. Divine intervention came in. Why? Because your soul has a path that's way more important than all that mess over there. Let me see, what do we have here? Okay, so here we're talking about getting into. So this is about this situation here that helped you connect deeper with it, like confirmed your feminine energy, your divine feminine energy, that intuition. Again, a situation showed up, signs and synchronicities were there, helping you connect with your intuition, follow that, let that lead, let that motivate and move. Okay, let's see what's this one. Ha! Yes. Spirit was like, that's good. That's good that you realize what's not your friend and you became friendly to yourself. Yeah. You became friendly with yourself. Listen, Spirit is always here with you. We have Algies here on the quartz crystal runes. That's my spirit runes. Okay. So Spirit is here on your side. You know that. As you connect to your divine feminine energy, Spirit responds. Your highest self is here with you. It's honoring you. Okay, you connected. Okay, somebody here. This situation out there was to help you connect deeper to your spirit and your intuition and follow that. Move forward, empowered in that way. Yes, and then we had T-Waz here with victory. Honey, Spirit said you stepping into your power. This is a spiritual victory. Yes, and not this. Listen, this is a spiritual victory, and part of it has to do with you cutting shit off. As you cut shit off, this is your spiritual victory, and not just any old shit. This is like specific stuff. Again, cutting off them discounts, cutting off them discounted friends, families, discounted friends, family members, and lovers. I heard. Okay, let me see. some letters on this. Letters that could come out. Somebody, this is your auntie, because I see TT, okay? Somebody's name is Patty. I have the letters PYT, Z, N, J, and T again. Somebody here, this is your TT. Somebody's name is Patty. Somebody has a nickname Jet, okay? Somebody here, his nickname is Yeti. I heard Yeti, okay? And somebody here, this is Irish, okay? I'm getting Irish because Patty is giving me St. Patty's Day. Okay, and I heard pat on the back. Pat on the back. This is somebody who always likes to pat you on the back. They like to pat you in the back. Every time. I heard every time you discount your value, every time you discount your energy, they give you a big pat on their back. They give you a big pat on the back. They're so proud of you. And they thank you and they pat you on the back. Yeah, because they want to continue to harvest from you, I heard. They want to continue to harvest your energy. They want to continue to harvest the benefits from you. So they, of course, they give you encouragement. But when you step into your power, you ain't playing the game with them no more. Oh, now there's no more pats on the back. What the heck happened? What happened there? Let's get some words on this. Let's get some words from my bow of empowering words. What comes out? We have the new moon. And we have meditation, honey. You've been praying. You've been meditating on the new moon. Show me my enemies. Let my enemies be revealed. What's the most beneficial path for me? What do I need? What changes do I need to make to heal? Whatever way you said it, this is what happened. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And I'm feeling good. This is what I have for you at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And